Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, students, we are going to talk about the detailed analysis of ICSE Board Paper 2023 and the Specimen Paper 2024. Students, in this video, you will get a complete idea like what topics you have to emphasize more when you practice this subject called physics. Fine. Students, in this video, even I will give you a complete idea, a complete detailing, like what was that topic which was seen in the year 2023 board paper and the topic which was seen in the year 2024 specimen paper. On the screen right now, you can see the chapter number 1, that is force. And the topics which we have for force are clockwise and anti-clockwise moment. For this, if you see here, there was an MCQ which is asked for 1 mark. And you won't believe, students, the same kind of question was also given by the council in the specimen paper. And that too was an MCQ based question. So this should give a click in your mind. See, I am here to give you analysis, right? So you need to understand it very well, like what kind of questions are expected from them. Second is section A. There was no question based on this, but section A had a question of center of gravity, COG. And that question was for 2 marks in the year 2023. If you see it carefully in the year 2024, that same concept question was also for 2 marks. You must be thinking, sir, COG pe kya questions aa sakta hai? COG, we have a table which is given in our textbook. There are many shapes which are given to us. Any one of the shape could be expected in the exam, where you will have to locate the COG for that particular shape. It could be even a question like, what are the factors affecting center of gravity, or show the center of gravity point for a circular lamina, for a triangular lamina, and so on. Make sense? The third topic, students, which I have, that is factors affecting torque. This is a theory-based question. The question was asked in section A for 2 marks, and this question was seen in the year 2023. Similar kind of concept, we had a question which was seen in section B for 1 mark, factors affecting torque. This was also for 1 mark. Definitely, yes, chapter 1 has good number of numericals which are based on MOF concept. Could be related to a uniform rod or it could be related to a non-uniform rod. In the year 2023, the numerical based problem on MOF, principle of moment of force, was asked in section B, students, for 3 marks. And same kind of question was also seen in specimen paper in section B for 2 marks. So if you try to see the weightage for the year 2023 in the board exam, the chapter number 1 had a weightage of 8 marks. On an average, they have maintained the ratio, and in the year 2024 specimen paper, I repeat, in the year 2024 specimen paper, the weightage of that chapter 1 was 6 marks. So it's like nearby 8 and 6. So good analysis, we can say. I hope this is clear to us. Fine. Let's move ahead with the second chapter. Try to understand what concepts are repeated and what concepts you need to emphasize more when you're going to practice this. Okay, here comes chapter number 2. Chapter number 2, students, the concepts which were seen in both the papers. First concept was kinetic energy. It was actually an MCQ based concept question, not a numerical based concept. Concept based MCQ which was asked for 1 mark. Section A MCQ. Similar kind of concept was also seen, students, again in MCQ for 1 mark. Not only that, there was a numerical which was based on kinetic energy, students, which was seen in section A for 2024 specimen paper, which was seen for 2 marks. Very important. Both the questions, if you can see the second question, that is energy conversion. Energy conversion was even seen in the year 2023 paper, and it was even seen in the year 2024 specimen paper for 1 mark each. Special case of work done. If you remember here, special case of work done, there are 3 types of work. One was positive work, second is negative work, and third is zero work. So there could be a question like, when can we say that the work done is 0? On what parameters we can say? A question which was based on that, which was for 1 mark, and that question was seen in section A. Name the physical quantity PE. Like if you remember students, when we were solving the paper of specimen, the specimen paper 2024, there was a question which was based on potential energy graph. A same kind of question was also seen in the year 2023 ICSE board paper, which was for 1 mark. And potential energy graph was seen in the year 2024 for 2 marks. One numerical based on power. There was no numerical based on power in the specimen paper. Work energy theorem, very important. There was a question of work energy theorem for 4 marks, not the derivation kind of concept, but a similar kind of question was seen in the year council paper 2023. Conversion of mechanical energy. That's the total energy based question, students. There was a question which was based on simple pendulum kind of concept, where we need to find the total energy of that pendulum or the bob. That was seen for 4 marks. Honestly speaking, students, this work energy theorem and this total energy of the mechanical energy kind of concepts were similar based, like they both were almost similar. If you see the total weightage in the year 2023 of chapter number 2, 10 marks, and the total weightage of 2024 specimen paper, chapter 2 is also 10 marks. So they have maintained that ratio, 10 mark from chapter number 2. One advice I would like to share you students, this is an analysis. I am not telling that this chapter will be 101% for 10 marks. Might be possible this chapter in your board exam could be for 12 marks, for 11 marks, for 9 marks, for 8 marks. On an average, 10 mark questions are expected from this particular chapter. Okay, let's go with the third chapter. The third chapter is machine. Very simple and easy chapter. Basically, more concepts are related to pulley here. Let's go with chapter number 3. 2023 board paper. Total weightage is 5 marks. There was no MCQ from this chapter, but there was a question of 2 marks in section A, which is based on single movable pulley. They can give you the diagram, and on the basis of the diagram, they can ask you some questions. Diagram of 4 pulley, that is block and tackle, very important. Very important. Block and tackle system ka diagram was seen in section B for 3 marks. No question was seen in the specimen paper, but students, there was a concept based question of liver in the specimen paper 2024 for section A. I'll tell you why there is no question for liver in 2023, because liver was omitted in the year 2023. It was again added in the year 2024. So we see some questions of liver in the year 2024. Okay. 3 pulley diagram numerical, like it's a numerical based question on pulley system, students, which is seen for 3 marks. Again, they have maintained the average here for 5 marks in 23 paper and 6 marks in 2024 ka paper. On an average, this chapter is of 5 to 7 marks. Might be possible that 1 mark might increase. I feel definitely marks will be increased. A very rare chance where marks will be decreasing in this chapter. Reason why I feel marks will be increased, students, because 2023 did not had liver. So in this paper, they have added liver, but they haven't added pulley. I feel pulley will be also added, which will make this chapter for somewhat around 7 to 8 marks. I feel. I am not telling that nahi hona hi chahiye. No, I feel. This is chapter 3. Here comes chapter 4, the famous chapter and very important chapter in terms of marks and in terms of concepts. Chapter 4, refraction of light. Many concepts based questions were asked from this chapter in the year 2023 board paper and 2024 specimen paper. You can see the entire flow here. Concept based on effect of speed of light due to refraction. MCQ 1 mark. Same concept based MCQ 1 mark in specimen paper. Factors affecting refractive index, 1 mark in section B. Difference between normal reflection and total internal reflection, 2 marks. This was a theory question in section B. TIR, very important question. If you see TIR ka ratio, they have maintained. TIR in the year 2023 was asked for 4 marks. 1 mark का MCQ and 3 mark का section A. Same thing they have done in the year 2024. 1 mark MCQ of TIR and 3 mark ka question in section B. Come on, yaar, you all are smart students. You can understand what I'm trying to help you out here. TIR, that is total internal reflection, important concept hai. Please don't avoid this topic. Then 2023 ICSE board paper had a question on refraction of light through a prism. Numerical was based on the concept of this, that was angle of deviation पे एक sum आया था 3 mark के लिए. Refraction through a glass slab, they had given an image, and through image there were some rays passing through it. The rays will try to deviate, they will try to diverge, they will try to converge. Such kind of questions are expected. You won't believe, students, 2023 paper mein on this part the marking scheme was 4, 2, 3, 1. So matlab 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. 7 mark का question आया था इसमें. And they have maintained the average by again repeating the same thing in the year 2024 for 4 marks. Think before you learn something. Relation between critical angle and refractive index. This was an MCQ for 1 mark. There was no question based in the year 2024 specimen paper. The average marking scheme in the year 23 board paper is 16 marks, and in specimen paper it was seen as 12 marks. I hope we are able to understand, students, chapter 4. Hoping that you are pausing the video, understanding the things, making a note in your textbook. Please do make a note when you pause the video. Mark the concepts which you feel, which you can see here, or take a screenshot of this thing so that when you study this subject, you have something in front of you to relate, to refer, and then start your studying. Let's take chapter number 5. It's very easy and simple chapter. Chapter 5 is refraction of light through lenses. The maintained average is 6 marks. 6 marks in 23 ICSE board paper and 6 marks in specimen paper. Nature of image formed by a concave lens. There was an MCQ based on that, and 1 mark ka section A mein question tha. Factors affecting focal length. See, the things are getting repeated. Huh? Factors affecting focal length, 1 mark ka MCQ. Similar kind of concept, again MCQ in 24 specimen paper. Numerical, I feel ये बहुत important है. इसके आने के 99.9% chances है. Numericals based on lens formula and even magnification formula. I should add here. Lens formula and magnification formula, 3 marks. Section B में एक question आया था. 3 mark, again section B में numerical आया, and 1 MCQ they added. Identify the lens based on the nature of image. It's a similar kind of thing of lens formula. This question was seen for 1 mark in specimen paper for MCQ. Important topic to be taken care here is numerical based on this. Ray diagrams are missing, students. Please don't forget the ray diagrams here. I have a gut feeling that this year definitely 1 ray diagram is expected for this. Ray diagram for both concave and convex lens. Concave lens and convex lens. Since we know that this year the paper is going to be more analytical based and application based, they can give us an incomplete ray diagram, or they can give us a situation. From that situation, from that incomplete ray diagram, हमें बाकी का ray diagram complete करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Let's go with the 6th one. 6th chapter, very important. Let me make it very clear, students. This is the chapter who is not maintaining the average. बाकी जितने भी chapters थे, they were maintaining the average of marks. I feel this chapter will play a very important role in your 2024 board exam paper. Why do I feel that? You can see the increase in the marks. 23 mein, this chapter was for 4 marks. 24, this chapter specimen paper has 8 mark ka questions. See the double. What things you need to emphasize in this chapter more? Uses of IR radiation. Infrared radiation के uses है, advantages है, disadvantages है. इसका wavelength मुझे पता होना चाहिए. I should know the range of that wavelength. On that, the questions are expected in our exam. Section B had a question of 2 marks. Specimen paper did not had any question. Dispersion of white light had a 2-mark question. They can give us a prism, a white light hitting the prism, or 3 different colors hitting the prism. Split हो जाएगा, कौन सा color ज़्यादा bend होता है, कौन सा color कम bend होता है, why does it bends more, why does it bends least. On that, questions are expected. A 3-mark question was seen in the year 2024 specimen paper. See, here they had uses of infrared radiations. तो यहाँ पे वो लोग ने question पूछ लिया properties of infrared radiations. Infrared radiations and UV radiations are these two radiations where you need to emphasize more. IR and UV rays ज़्यादा emphasize करना है as per our scope. UV radiations had a question of 4 marks in the section B for specimen paper 2024. This was an idea, students, of your first 6 chapters from 12. Fine. Let us proceed ahead. Chapter number 7, sound. It's a good chapter. More about application based rather than mugging up and solving questions. Sound had maintained the average 11 marks in both the exam paper. 11 marks in 23 ICSE board paper and 11 marks in 2024 specimen. What questions were repetitively seen and what questions are expected in our exam? First question, forced vibration had an MCQ of 1 mark in both the papers. Free vibration and damped vibration, 2 mark. How they will ask us, free vibration and damped vibration ka either any one ka graph diya hoga. You need to observe the waveform, you need to observe that diagram, and then you need to relate the answers from that diagram. Resonance, very important. You can see they have repetitively asked resonance. Identify, define, and examples related to resonance. ये बहुत important topic है. Resonance was seen in section B for 4 marks. It was again repetitively seen in section B for 4 marks. 4 mark maintained. Properties of ultrasonic waves, a theory question, 2 marks. Numericals based on echo, by default आने ही वाला है एक exam में, either for 2 marks or for 3 marks. This is based on a formula, V is equal to 2D upon T. So one numerical based on echo, which was seen in the specimen paper for 3 marks and board paper for 2 marks. Characteristic of sound में we have pitch, we have loudness, and we have timbre. That's quality. So उस पे 1 mark का MCQ, फिर से specimen paper में 1 mark का similar kind of MCQ was seen, and section B had 1 mark. I add this all, I get 11 here and I get 11. So 11 marks is maintained for sound. Current electricity, my favorite chapter. Current electricity had again maintained that average 9 marks here in board exam and 7 marks in specimen paper. Some questions which were repetitively seen, they are numericals based on electric circuit. Specifically, what kind of numericals? Resistance in series and parallel. The sums were seen in both the years. 23 में 4 mark का, 24 specimen paper, again for 4 marks. Joule's law, 1 MCQ, 1 mark. Relation between E and V, 1 mark का MCQ, very important. Specific resistance, 3 marks we had seen. Graph of VI graph में what can the questions be expected? We can have a question, students, based on ohmic conductor and non-ohmic conductor. मतलब 4 graphs दिए हो गए, 4 examples दिए हो रहे, we need to figure it out which is an ohmic conductor, which is a non-ohmic conductor, which follows Ohm's law, which don't obey the Ohm's law. So similar kind of questions are expected in our board exam. Relations between resistance and resistivity. This is again very important. This concept was seen for 2 marks in section A. Okay. So if you see current electricity, this is for 9 and for 7. Some questions are repeated in both the exams paper. Few of them are added something new. Like E and V, relation between E and V, ये कुछ नया add किया था. It's not seen in specimen paper. Like hardly it happens they try to change the things, but later on they carry out with the same process. After electricity, we have household circuits, chapter 9. छोटू सा chapter है. 4 marks in 23 and 6 marks in specimen paper. Similar kind of questions नहीं है यहाँ पे. You can see like everything is bifurcated. There is no question which is repeated. Reason I'll tell you why no question getting repeated. Because household circuit, some part was omitted in the year 2023. 2024 has everything which is in our scope. That's the reason why you can see few parts like are not getting repeated in this chapter. ये chapter में हर साल like in both the papers varieties of questions we do have. What questions were seen? Let me help you out. Statement based on power consumption of appliance. अब एक statement दिया रहेगा, वो statement को मुझे study करके I need to revert back the answer. That was for 2 marks. MCB, I feel this is important. Color coding of a wire, I feel this is important. MCB पे एक question था 2 mark board paper में. Color coding 1 mark MCQ. They can ask us live wire, neutral wire, earthing wire. What is the old convention color and what is the new conventional color? Then which wire is of which color? What is live wire? What is the role of neutral wire? What is the role of earthing wire? It's a similar kind of questions आ सकते हैं. Double pole switch, something new which you can see here for 3 marks. Advantages, ये बहुत important है. Advantages of parallel connection in household circuit, 2 marks. They can give you a circuit diagram and on that circuit diagram they can give you case study based questions. मतलब circuit diagram में 3-4 circuits will be given to you and on that a case study based questions are expected in your exam. Fine. You can see the average is maintained 4-6, तो मतलब on an average ये chapter का weightage है 4 to 6 marks. Let's go with 10th chapter, Electromagnetism. You won't believe this is having a same weightage, 7 marks. 7 marks. And again, this chapter is such type of chapter in which everything is something new. Like you can't see anything which is getting repeated here. मतलब हर साल कुछ अलग पूछा है दोनों साल. Reason is same. Few topics were cancelled in 2023. 2024 has no cancellation. That's the reason why things are different here. What important things do we have in this chapter? First, the rules. There are 3 rules which you need to learn. First is Fleming's left hand rule. Then we have Lenz's law. Then we have Fleming's right hand rule. इन तीनों में से कोई भी एक तो आ सकता है एग्जाम में. 23 के पेपर में what was the question? Factors affecting magnetic field in current carrying conductor, 1 mark. Section A had a definition of Fleming's left hand rule. Very important 4 mark question based on magnetic field due to current carrying loop. Lenz law पे एक MCQ था specimen paper. Identify the type of transformer, 2 mark. And motion of a magnet through axis of a coil, 4 marks. So means like this and this, they both do have some relation between them, a similar kind of question. Transformer was not there in 23 board paper. It was cancelled as I told you. As we know that there's no cancellation for 2024, we do have a question based on that. ये दोनों topics बहुत ही important है. Please take care. Even this, like this, both are actually same. After that, 11th chapter, calorimetry, is also called as heat. This is a wonderful chapter when it comes to numericals. You will find little bit of challenges when you're going to solve this chapter ka numericals. One numerical is definitely yes expected in the board exam. Questions, if you see students, specific heat capacity, 1 mark, same 1 mark MCQ repeat हुआ था. Numerical based on heat, 2 mark section A, 2 mark section A. Pattern is the same. Understand the pattern. Heat capacity ka definition, 1 mark on the basis of MCQ. Factors affecting specific heat capacity, 1 mark MCQ. मतलब ये जो topic है, they both are related. So they both had an MCQ of 1 mark. One calorimetry ka numerical, 3 marks, which was seen in 23 ICSE paper. Cooling curve, like this is a graph. They give us a graph. We need to observe the graph and we need to write the parameters related to this graph. This is for 3 marks. One numerical is definitely yes, expected on calorimetry for 3 marks. Marks is maintained 10 marks. Both the years, the ratio is the same, 10 marks, 10 marks. Got it, students? Any confusion, any doubt? Right? I have highlighted the topics which are getting repeated. Even you can sit back, relax, see the whole flow which I have made. You need to think it yourself, like what are the questions which are repetitively seen in the board exam. That is a pattern. Smart study gives you a good result. Let's take the last chapter, radioactivity. ये chapter बहुत ही interesting है. At the same time, is a small chapter with a big weightage. We can simply say छोटा packet बड़ा धमाका. So like chapter is quite simple, theory based chapter है 10 and 11, like it is having an average of 11 marks. MCQ 1 mark based on maximum deflection, alpha, beta, gamma particle. Section B, it could be even seen in MCQ. Similar kind of question was repeated in both the years. Reason for becoming radioactivity, again 1 mark. Radioactivity as a nuclear phenomena definition था section B में 2 marks. Nuclear equation and atomic mass number. See here 3 and 2 मतलब 5 mark का ये concept आया है. And same concept was also seen in 23 ICSE paper. Very important. Highest ionizing power means there is a relation between alpha, beta and gamma, like ascending order, descending order. किसका ionization power ज़्यादा है? Same kind of concept repeated in both the years. 1 mark. Internal source of radioactivity element, ये बहुत important है. The question could be background radiation. Concept is background radiation. I have seen the papers of past 3-4 years and I have seen this question many times, like repetitively in papers. The name of the topic is background radiation. So this is seen for 2 marks. Radiation that goes undeviated related to electric field, that is also for 1 mark and this is for 2 marks. इसके basis पे एक diagram है, like they will give you a diagram on electric and magnetic field, what happens to alpha particle, beta particle, gamma particle. That diagram we do have there. Nuclear radiation can be stopped by, this is again very important, keeping our environmental studies in mind. We can expect a question based on this. How can we control a nuclear waste or how can we dispose the nuclear waste? You can see the students average over here is 10 and 11 marks. Fine. So this was a small analysis for you guys so that you understand when you revise it for your prelim exams, when you revise the chapters for your semester exam, what concepts you need to emphasize more. See, when it comes to revising and learning something, we know that if you want to score 100 on 100 or 80 on 80, you need to go through the entire textbook, correct? But what topics you have to study one day prior to the exam, if I try to see these things, it gives me a clear idea. One day before the exam, honestly speaking, पूरा textbook revise करना बहुत challenge होता है. But one day before the exam, if I try to emphasize on these topics, it becomes easy for me to make the things and to understand the part. Fine. Thank you so much everybody for watching this video till the end. Do comment in the comment box like what videos do you want. Many students had requested me to make a small analysis of the year 2023 board paper and 24 specimen paper. So here is the video for you all. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care. Have a nice and amazing day.